Can Pope Leo XIV keep his U.S. citizenship while leading Vatican City? Explained. Nearly 3 weeks have passed since Pope Leo XIV assumed leadership of the Catholic Church. Robert Prevost, now known as Pope Leo XIV, is the first American-born individual to attain the highest position in the Catholic hierarchy. His unique status as an American citizen and foreign head of state has plunged him into a complex and legally intricate situation. Born in Chicago in 1955 as Robert Prevost, Pope Leo XIV holds dual citizenship in the United States and Peru, having spent significant time there as a missionary and bishop. With his ascension to the papacy, he also becomes the head of Vatican City, a sovereign nation. This has sparked debate over whether he can maintain his U.S. citizenship while leading a foreign government. The Catholic Church boasts approximately 1.4 billion followers worldwide, and Pope Leo XIV serves as both their spiritual leader and the head of the world's smallest country. Vatican City, spanning only 0.44 square kilometers with a population of a few hundred, became independent in 1929 through a treaty between Italy and the Holy See. Americans employed by foreign governments do not automatically forfeit their U.S. citizenship. However, according to the U.S. State Department's website, serving as a foreign head of state, head of government, or foreign minister can prompt a review of an individual's citizenship status. Such cases raise complex questions of international law, including issues related to the level of immunity that person may be granted from U.S. jurisdiction, the department stated. While the State Department declined to comment specifically on Pope Leo's situation, it noted that it does not discuss individual citizenship matters. Temple University law professor Peter Spiro, an authority on citizenship law, points out the dilemma of whether foreign leaders should retain American citizenship, given their significant exemption from American laws. This exemption conflicts with the constitutional principle that no American citizen should be above the law. Nonetheless, a 1980 U.S. Supreme Court ruling established that Americans cannot be stripped of their citizenship unless they voluntarily renounce it. Legal expert Peter Spiro explained, the State Department never assumes that you intend to lose your citizenship unless you specifically ask to renounce it through a process. He added that it would be difficult to argue that Leo intended to give up his U.S. citizenship by becoming Pope. I think it is extremely unlikely that the U.S. would take steps to end the Pope's citizenship, Spiro said. Regarding his Peruvian citizenship, George Puck, Deputy Director of Peru's National Identity and Civil Status Registry, confirmed that there is no legal conflict with Pope Leo retaining his Peruvian citizenship. Pope Leo became a Peruvian citizen in August 2015, a month before Pope Francis appointed him Bishop of Chiclayo. He met the requirements by living in Peru for at least 2 years and passing the citizenship exam. Puck remarked, "This is the most admirable thing that our beloved Supreme Pope has done, desiring Peruvian nationality despite not being a Peruvian by birth." Although all adult Peruvians are required to vote in elections until the age of 69, Pope Leo, who will turn 70 in September, will not be obliged to vote in the upcoming presidential election in April 2026. The citizenship status of previous popes remains unclear, as the Vatican does not disclose such information. Pope Francis renewed his Argentine passport in 2014, a year after becoming pope. German-born Pope Benedict XVI and Poland-born Pope John Paul II never publicly renounced their home country's citizenship. Margaret Susan Thompson, a history professor at Syracuse University and expert on American Catholicism, doubts Pope Leo will renounce his U.S. citizenship. She suggests that by delivering his first speech in Italian and Spanish without using English, new pope may be signaling a message. Thompson said, "I think he wants to emphasize that he is the Pope of the Universal Catholic Church, not an American who is in this position." And there have been cases of American citizens leading foreign governments. Boris Johnson, born in New York, renounced his U.S. citizenship in 2016 while serving as the UK's foreign minister and became prime minister 3 years later. Swipe left for next video. Mohammed Abdullahi Mohammed, a U.S. citizen at the time, was elected president of Somalia in 2017 and renounced his U.S. citizenship 2 years later. Born in Somalia, he left the U.S. in 1985 and became a Somali citizen in the 1990s. Valdis Adamkus became a U.S. citizen after fleeing Soviet-occupied Lithuania. He returned as Lithuania's president in 1998 and renounced his U.S. citizenship following his election. Latest blogs.